So this one is the Scottish ancestry of Donald Trump, and this is Mary Ann MacLeod, and her dad is Malcolm W. MacLeod. Now this guy here is called Donald MacLeod, and down here, if you remember from the last picture, we've got Malcolm W. MacLeod, which Donald is Malcolm's father, and here we've got Angus Mackay. Hold on, Mackay? I thought this MacLeod stuff went all the way back to clan status. No? Oh, okay, so we've got Angus Mackay, who is the father of Donald MacLeod, but then Angus's father is called Alexander Mackay. Right here. So, the MacLeods have already disappeared. Like, they didn't appear until, where are we at? The 1700s, the mid-1700s. Some people who thought that Clan MacLeod was a thing have no idea. This guy's called Alexander Mackay. His maternal grandparents is Anna Mackay and Hugh Munro. Anna Mackay with her father Donald Mackay, and the rest of her family here, including Alexander Mackay and Robert Mackay. There's her half siblings, Donald Mackay, Barbara Mackenzie, John Mackay. Now, Anna Mackay's grandfather was called Hugh Mackay. Now, this Mackay name stays the same name for centuries. Now, this guy here, Angus Mackay, like I said, the Mackay name stayed for centuries. It started here, 1360, with Angus Mackay. His mother was, so his wife was Elizabeth MacDonald, and her parents were Ian MacDonald and Margaret Stewart. Now, if you're wondering why I just looked like that when I read the name Margaret Stewart, it's because her husband was Robert Stewart, who was a king of Scotland. Now, just to show everybody, Elizabeth MacDonald was the daughter of Ian MacDonald and Margaret Stewart. And here we've got Robert Stewart, and look who his parents are, Walter Stewart and Marjorie Bruce. Does that make this guy Robert the Bruce? It turns out no, it wouldn't, because Marjorie Bruce's own father was called Robert Bruce, King of Scotland. Now, did you see how many families we just had to go through to get right the way back to Donald Trump's Scottish ancestry? That was not the case for the first video I made about the Hohenzollern family. Now, the Scottish MacLeod link that everybody was sent to for some reason, which doesn't exist after a certain point in the mid 1700s, 1600s. Well, for me, I feel like people were sent down those paths on purpose, because this is the right path that everybody should have followed. You see, this is where the Stuart house, the House of Stuart, really originated from. And so if we didn't follow these links, we wouldn't be doing things right at all. But if you keep watching, you'll notice these links always lead to the same people. Don't get me wrong, not these early people, but I know we're still only around 1286 to 1292. Now, this one with Walter is the first time that I see that this family have made moves into a noble family by marrying into the Bruce family, thus giving us the line of Roberts for Robert the Bruce, as the third line of Roberts for Robert the Bruce. And then it passed from Robert to James I, James I onto James II, and then obviously James IV, James V, Mary Queen of Scots. That's who it passed on to. And now we're back with the two Jameses again, and we're in the 1600s now. Next came Charles I, and then Charles II, and here we have James II and VII, who enjoyed two periods on the throne. Now we have Mary II, then William III and II, then Anne, then we've got George I, and then George II, and George III too. Then we've got George IV, then we have William IV. Oh look, who we're back to again, Victoria. Now if you remember from Donald Trump's Hohenzollern video, his Hohenzollern ancestry. This lady was the grandmother to the Hohenzollern dynasty. This lady is also related to Donald Trump's Stuart line too. So Donald Trump has two different lineages that lead to the same royalty. Now, just to be double sure, I'm going to keep going. So we're at Edward VII, and then we're at George V, now Edward VIII, George VI, and last but not least, Elizabeth II. So there it is, everybody. Directly from the House of Stuart right up to the House of Windsor, which used to be formerly known as Saxe-Gotha-Coburg. The links don't lie, people do. So we've had the Hohenzollern family, and now we've got the Stuart family, who have both ended up being part of the Saxe-Gotha-Coburg family. Both of these families, separate families, both ended up in the same noble royal family of England that rules today. Go figure. Oh, and if you're not following me yet, you flipping should be. And come onto my page as well and tap my notification bell at the top and click all, so you don't miss none of my future uploads.